Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. It's nice to see all of you. Today, we are celebrating Medicine Master Buddha's birthday. So it's a very auspicious day because yesterday here in Southern California, where it never rains in Southern California, it rained. And the nice thing about it is it cleaned cars for the park outside, parking lots, and streets. So that today I went out and looked at the street here next to our Buddha. Oh, here is so clean and shiny. So thank you, Dragon King, for being so considerate. It rained yesterday when we didn't have to go out, okay, unless you have to go dating. But for us cultivators, we were cultivating. So anyway, it's wonderful to see so many familiar faces. Like back there, so many of you I've seen and I recognize now. Even old faces. Like I thought that Go Yin died already. But she's still alive. So it's so wonderful to see that. We go way back. You know, I remember the days when we first started. I first started in Long Beach, a place in Long Beach. And I was cultivating, I started teaching as per Master Hsuan instructions. I was meditating very happily, and he says, "You should teach." I say, "No way." And no thanks. Thank you very much. But I started teaching, and the very first few things you'll be amazed, and that people did was they asked me to help with their illnesses. So I did the very smart thing to do. You know what I do? What I did? I referred them to the seated 10,000 Buddhas. So I remember this one person. I went to San Jose, and to this the second largest temple in San Jose back then, and it's a Pure Land Dharma Assembly. It's about 120, 150 people there, and one person came up. When you have so many people coming to you, to see you, this is bound to happen. Someone came up and said, my son has severe cancer, and it's hopeless. What can I do? Will you help us? She said, I tried everywhere. I went, I went to Vietnam temple. I went to Chinese temples. I went to a famous, well-known disciple of Master YongHua in San Jose as well. He would go up there. He's based in LA. They go up to San Jose to do Dharma assemblies. They would rent like a warehouse. They would have like hundreds of people to attend this assembly. So he asked him for help, and he would call 10,000 people to recite together at the same time, the mantra or sutras, whatever, to help, but it didn't help. So, will you help? I said, of course, I will help you. I tell you what, go to the city of 10,000 Buddhas. I tell you to go where the best place is for you to get help. Go to the city of 10,000 Buddhas. Get some Medicine Master Buddha blessings for your son or nephew, whatever it was. I forgot. And so I got rid of the problem immediately. I'm a Pure Land person. What are you doing asking me for Medicine Master help? Come on, be reasonable. So that's how I used to be a coward. I didn't dare face the problem because I knew, based on my master teachings, that when you help someone, you pay. There's no such a thing as free help. Okay? So I knew I said, I was not interested in money, so you go and get a plaque. Back then it's like, I don't know, $5,000, whatever. This is like 20 years ago. Now it's a lot more, for your information. and so she went and she never came back. I think the kid died or something. Anyway, and so that's how I started. I kept on deferring. I sent a lot of people to them to get plaques, Medicine Master Buddha plaques. And I got away with it until one day, one of my regular followers who would come every Sunday morning to recite Amitabha Buddha's name with us. It's about several people, that's it. That's all the room we had. And so we got together in the living room, and then we would go and circumambulate outside in the yard, okay? So he said, I need help. I said, oh, yeah, go to Long Beach Monastery, get some Medicine Master Buddha blessings, okay? And this is what, I tell you what, when you do that, this is going to happen to you. This is very good Dharma. And they are the experts. They are descendants of great Master YongHua. And you're going to get good help. So they went there, and they came back to me and said, they seem to be more confused than you are about the Medicine Master Buddha Dharma. I said, really? And then I said, don't worry, there are the brands. Go to the central headquarters. Go to the City of 10,000 Buddhas. Go there and request for help. I want you to do this very sincerely, okay? Go there and request for help. And he did. He went there. And then 2 weeks later, he came back. And he stayed there to cultivate with them. He came back and said, you know what? It's the same thing. They don't know what they're talking about. I asked them specifically for this kind of help. And they're talking nonsense to me. So I said, well, what do you want me to do? What can I do? And she says, why don't you help me? And when you have 5, 6 people following you only, can you afford to say, I can't help you? My first inclinations would say, I can't help you. I ain't going to get sick for your money. Okay? I'm not interested in your money. I want to cultivate. My fun is cultivation. But he looked at me with this puppy eyes, with teary eyes. Said, will you help me? I said, okay. I helped you. I helped him, and that's when it started. After that, I'm very selective. I added only a few select cases. I wouldn't accept anyone. But over the years, this is what I learned. Over the years, I realized that Medicine Master Buddha Dharma is so wonderful. It is so effective that I started believing it myself. Secret. Okay? The reason it works for you, let me tell you, is because of your sincerity. Buddhas don't need your money, don't need your adoration, don't need your belief. Okay? He says, this is what I vow to do, I vow to help you, and unless you're sincere, okay, they're not going to help. It doesn't work. Okay, so for myself personally, I admit to you, I started being a coward because I knew that every time you help someone, okay, you will have to take on their illness. This is why, for example, I don't go to acupuncture. I rarely go see a doctor because I know that my body is very sick. If they heal me, they take on my illness. And therefore, it's not fair. It's not worth it for them, okay? For me, to do that to them. And so So I knew too much. That's why I became a coward. I said, I ain't dying for you. And so over the years, I learned that I learned to believe more and more in the Dharma until today. And today, that I really believe is a wonderful Dharma. That we have, our people have so many more and more wonderful responses. I'm curious. More people come to us and ask for help. I say, that we done that before. Breast cancer, no problem. We can help you. But this, I'll be honest with you, we've never done this before. So I'm not sure we can help you. I'm not sure our medicine, Master Buddha, works for you. Okay, and we're very honest about it. But as people, there's the same person who got me in trouble. He says, "I believe you, that miracles happen." I tell you a funny thing. At first, it was easy to deal with breast cancer, that kind of thing. Those are my first disciples. They have cancers. They came and said, I'm so worried I'm going to die and so forth. And, have young children. I can't afford to die. Will you help me? I say, okay, I'll help you. So those cases clear. But then I realized one thing is very difficult is to change people. Well, the cancer is easy, but to change someone's mind, someone's character, is very, very difficult. And now it's beginning to happen. Recently, for example, this past few months, Korean disciples had some children who's very, very hard-headed, would not listen. The boys over in Korea, they sort of like own you because they don't have many children in those families, in Korean families, and they prize boys because they carry the family name. Okay, and so when you have a boy, you slave for your boy. He gets what he wants. He's the king of the family. You can't touch him. Okay, and so he's bipolar. He has a lot of issues, and plus when he sneezes, the mom is in great fear. Okay, so she said, I need help with my boy because he refuses to go to school. He doesn't listen. He fights me. He fights his dad, and so forth. And we can try medicine, Master Buddha. Because we had some responses before. And then a few months later, she came to me and I asked, you look familiar. She said, yeah, I came to you and asked you for help. I said, yeah, did it work? He says, well, sort of. I said, what do you mean sort of? If it works, it works. It doesn't work, it doesn't work. It cannot be sort of. So she said, what happened is that she requested some help, medicine, Master Buddha's help. And then our office people in Korea, they put the request under the daughter's name. So the daughter is very obedient, and he does very well. She goes to school and she gets good grades. But so she didn't need help, the kind of help that the son would need. He says, but for some reason, our people in Korea, our Sanghas in Korea, they put the request under the daughter's name. Okay, and I said, so what happened? He said, my daughter, she's a very good daughter, and she's even so much more adorable than before. I couldn't believe that she's so sweet to me. And she's just the best daughter I could ever dream of. I said, uh-oh. Say, okay, we're so sorry. And so I said, okay, let me fix it for you. Let me change the name. And she said, I'm not worried. Look at my daughter. I couldn't, I know it's going to work. So changing someone's, some children, let me tell you, at first, when we first started, like 5 years ago, people would request that can you help my son? He doesn't listen. He doesn't go to school. I said, I don't know. Cancer, I can help. But your son, he's not dying, is he? I can't help. But nowadays, it's just so fascinating. So it's discovering more and more things and more responses. And this is what Medicine Master Buddha Dharma is about. You can't talk about it. Okay? We, even Sanghas, have to believe it ourselves. Do you believe, huh? All right. Anyone has any responses or things they'd like to share with the rest of us to increase our beliefs, our faith in the Dharma? Yes, sir. 5.
Oh, yeah, well, nothing crazy, but I just never had any major problems, which is really good.
So that's a good thing?
Yeah, I've been really healthy.
So it goes from fascinating to boring.
Well, it's better to be boring than to have wild swings. Much better.
Okay. How's your dad doing?
Oh, he's really good. It was just his birthday yesterday. He just turned 68. He's really healthy.
He's healthy now?
Yeah, he has.
I thought he had some physical issues.
No, you never know.
But mental issues.
I think he's calming down a little bit.
Calm down a little bit.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah.
Okay. And the mother?
She's good. Yeah. She's still a little crazy though.
That too?
Sorry?
She's
yeah, but she's healthy though. Yeah.
She's healthy. Okay. So the dad changes, but the mom doesn't change much.
I didn't get her a plaque.
Okay.
My dad's a little older.
Okay. All right, get a real job. All right, everyone else, thank you for sharing with us. Yeah, it's wonderful, As I told you, the key here to this Dharma here, and I hope that more and more people, more and more Sanghas will take advantage of the Dharma like we did. What it takes is you need to believe. That's what I learned. When I started, I said, no, it's too fantastic. I don't have the same spiritual powers like my Chinese teacher, and so I'd rather not touch these things, and that's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this to teach you the Dharma, to meditate, and so forth. Who wants to be more sick? And so it's just a cowardice from a monk that limits the effectiveness of the Dharma. Seriously. This is why the Medicine Master Buddha Dharma is shrinking more and more throughout the world. People come to the temples, Chinese temples, for example, Vietnam temples. It's very rare for you to find Medicine Master Buddha Dharma in Vietnamese temples. Am I correct? Maybe you find 1 or 2, okay? But even in Taiwan, I went to Taiwan, this is the Chinese Dharma. They learn, the Medicine Master Buddha Dharma we have here is a Chinese Dharma. And we picked it up from a Chinese. And so in Taiwan, they still have this tradition to go to the temple and request for Medicine Master Buddha blessings, okay? But they do it because of tradition. And so I asked quite a few of them, I asked, when you get these when you make the requests, does it help? They said, no, not really. You don't see anything, but they still go and request. Okay, and you go to a Taiwanese temple. There's a hallway for Medicine Buddha hall. Okay, and the walls are filled with Medicine Buddha plaques, requests. Okay, temporary ones. They go and they ask for a month, a year, and so forth. Okay, because out of tradition, they believe. That's all. But what happened is that perhaps monks like me are too cowardly. We don't believe. That's why it's not much in terms of health through us. Okay, I'm sharing with you this because in the future, some of you Sanghas will have your own temples. You should have more faith in this wonderful Dharma here. All right, anyone else? And also today, as we were doing the ceremony, a new insight came to me. I hate bowing. I'm the first one to admit to you, I do not like to bow. It's just not me. I have a big ego, and when you're egotistical, you don't like to bow. That's right there, you can tell. People who do not like to bow, they have a big ego. Okay? And as I get older, my ego shrinks a little bit, okay, each year, but it's still pretty big. So I don't like to bow. But today, I like bowing for some reason. Yeah, the first three, Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, I didn't like it. But then we bowed 12 times to Medicine Master Buddha. I started liking it. I said, "Oh, I feel good." This is why people like to bow. After you bow a while, it takes a while before you feel good. And because when you bow, the chi flows. Okay? The chi flows from your navel, from your feet, up to your navel, and then to your head as you bow, up and down like this. So it's a very, very wonderful way of practice. So that's why the Asians, especially the Chinese, it's very popular Dharma with them, especially my master's temple up north, Ukiah, that place right there, which I don't go to anymore because I don't like them. They have bowing session. That's one of the most popular Dharmas they have over there. 10,000 Buddhas, repentance. They have like a few hundred people from Malaysia, from abroad, who would go there for 1 month to Texas, from Texas to go there for 1 month, and they would bow for 4 weeks, okay, every day, 300 to 400 bows, and they love it because it feels very good, okay. Anyway, so as I was bowing, I said, "Wow, I like this. I should bow more often." And then I look at the title of this thing, and I look at the paperwork, and it says, Bai Yun. And I said, "Wow, I always wondered why it's called Bai Yun." And no, today, I suddenly understood. Would you like to know? Oops, time is running out. Would you like to know why it's called Bai Yun and not like Bai Fo or Bye something? Bai is bow, okay? Yun is what? Chinese person. We don't have a lot of Chinese people, huh? Chinese people. What's Yun? Nguyện. Nguyện là gì? Bái nguyện. Vietnam. Korean. What's Yun? Chinese people, huh? Yun. Okay, very good. Anyone else? Yun, what's Yun? Let me tell you, this is so nice. This is why Yun here is not vow. You don't buy and vow, okay? And this is why the Koreans are so confused. They say, I bow and I vow. No, you buy Yun is you bow and you ate. You pray. You pray for your wishes.
Your wish to come true.
for your wish to come true. Isn't it interesting? It's too late now for you. Okay, the Vietnam people say, really? Why didn't you tell me earlier? I'm sorry, it's too late. All these Vietnam people, it's too late for them. When you bow, that session there is DTT. That session there, that section there, when you bow, is you bow to the Medicine Master Buddha 12 times, and you ask the Buddha for help. You didn't? Who did? As soon as I realized it, I requested help. Never mind. Yes, DTT.
Master, I have a small story about Medicine Master plaque for myself. I got my first Medicine Master plaque for me and Anthony April 2023. And at that time, I was in China, and we were renting a house there because Anthony was attending some school there. And the house, the mattress was smelling really bad. We did everything we can, and we flipped over. I even tried to buy a plastic cover to cover the entire mattress. We were talking to the landlord to switch the mattress. They refused. I was like, maybe I would just buy a mattress. Then I get a Medicine Master Buddha plaque. Sorry. Yeah, someone has something to share. You have something to share? Yeah, what do you want to say?
I have Play-Doh.
Oh, okay, Play-Doh, okay. So it lasts probably for over months. Then in the middle of it, I decided to get a Medicine Master Buddha plaque for a completely separate reason. But 1 week after I got the plaque, all of a sudden the entire smell just gone.
What?
Yeah.
You did nothing except
I did nothing.
to the mattress.
I was planning to buy the mattress. I was enduring the pain of smelling that smell and thinking maybe it will get me and my son sick of that smell. And I procrastinated a little bit of buying the mattress. And 1 week after I got, 1 or 2 weeks, I don't remember exact, and I got this mattress, got the plaque. The smell just gone, and I was just like, wow, that has to be the plaque. That's nothing. We did nothing else.
This is too much. When you get these plaques to do lofty things like enlightenment or sicknesses, dealing with the mattress smell?
We did not get a plaque for that, but the Medicine Master Buddha, for some reason, decided to limit that obstruction for us.
Oh, wow.
And also, I feel like about 1 year after I got the plaque, 10 months after I got the plaque, I all of a sudden decide that I will commit to cultivation, and I will, because before I feel I was more like a tourist to the temple.
Yeah.
I came for a relic show. I listened to master's lecture from time to time. I sit from time to time, but I was not committed to this. I was very distracted by everything else in my life. But about 10 months after this February, for some reason at the relic show, I just decided I'm going to commit to cultivation.
Yeah. I was surprised that you decided to come to the temple regularly, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that was not my plan. That's just something happened to me.
Yeah.
And I got plaque for everybody in my family. And for my dad, he is 76. He does not cultivate. He does not exercise. So health-wise, he should be going down. But it's about a year and a few months now. His health just keep getting better. And this time we went to China, he surprised everybody because before he was almost like wheelchair. He cannot go anywhere. But this time he was holding a almost 40-pound baby, going everywhere with us, so energetic, and he did nothing. Before, he would go to hospital and stay, get this surgery, to get that operation every couple months.
Yeah.
And so he really amazed us this summer. I was like, wow. You did nothing, so it has to be the plaque, because there's no reason for old man to all of a sudden get healthy, so much healthier all of a sudden.
Right.
So thank you very much, Master. And,
Okay.
and thank you very much, Master Medicine Buddha.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing with us. We have a few people here. Yes, too.
Thank you, Master. Thuy has a story. She says it's very minor, but it's related to the Medicine Master Buddha. Recently, Malaya had a slight eye injury right after trick-or-treating. Her eye was watering profusely and couldn't even open it. We chanted Medicine Master Buddha together for about 20 minutes. Her eye stopped watering significantly and was as good as before after a few hours. Wow. The next day, my eye was in pain, but not as bad as what she went through. It was worth the trade-off.
Yes, you see, someone has to suffer. Don't expect it to get a free lunch. Yes, one.
Dạ, con cảm ơn thầy. Dạ, kính thưa thầy. Lúc mà niệm Phật, bắt đầu lễ Phật thì con cũng có khi mà lễ xuống thì con cũng có ý định tự nhiên con muốn nhìn cái cách lễ của thầy. Lạy Phật, và sau đó con có ý niệm là sau cái buổi lễ này con sẽ hỏi thầy giúp cho chúng con cái cách lễ Phật từ thầy để chúng con biết cái cách để lễ cho cung kính với cho nó tốt thầy. Dạ, xin thầy quan hệ. Di Đà Phật. Dạ.
I don't know. I'm just doing like everyone else. I look at everyone. I say, okay, you bow, I bow. I don't know what is it I'm doing that's different. Is really anything different? I taught everyone the same thing. Okay.
Cái cách tay để phía trước đó, chúng con phải để ngửa hay để úp hay để như thế nào á thầy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No problem. We all bow the same way. Xian Shun can our people can show you how to do it. Okay. We're running out of time. It's a very simple process. It's very low key. I like that style because it's very, very understated, but it requires sincerity. The process there, the mechanics are very understated and actually helps you concentrate better. Okay, and then like the Vietnam style, like this is not necessary. It's too much attention to yourself. Okay, yeah. All right. So we'll be glad to help you, give you the specifics. Okay.
Dạ.
Thank you.
Cảm ơn thầy. Dạ, Di Đà Phật. Dạ.
Yes. Yes, 8.
The lady's story, I think he just reminded myself. I think I got a response for Medicine Buddha plaque years ago. At that time, I was just sitting like 1 hour for lotus or something. Someone who has wisdom told me, Apple, did you get a Medicine Buddha plaque? I'm like, no, I don't have money. And she just told me to do it. And I thought, wait a minute, this person has wisdom and our heart. I just listened to her, closed my eyes, and just did the Buddha plaque. And then a week later, I broke through. I sat 2 hours and a half in full lotus. So much pain after that half-hour pain, so traumatizing, but that was the magic that happened.
Wow.
A week after. Thank you, Master.
Okay. You see, again, this is I like to share our experiences with all the other temples as well, especially the Taiwanese temples and Chinese temples who are still practicing this Medicine Master Buddha Dharma. The reason that they don't have many responses is because I told you, okay, they don't really believe inside. They're afraid. And I admit I was a coward. I said, no, I don't. It's not a good thing to do. So if you don't believe in the Buddha, you're not willing to help others. You don't deserve it. Okay? DTT.
Emitofuo Master, I have a story too. So after I graduated from college, I for some reason I stumbled upon Medicine Master Buddha, well, through the Tibetan, because that's all they have online. And I've been reciting his name for a long time. And I guess because of my old age, it's really hard for me to get pregnant. I had like 3 miscarriages prior to having Evan. So when I got pregnant with Evan, all I did was reciting Medicine Master Buddha's name while driving every day. And I finally have him. That's the first non-miscarriage of my babies. And then again, I got pregnant again about 2 years later, and I decided not to recite his name because my mom's like, well, usually with the first baby is hard, but the second baby, it should be fine. So I recited, and then I stopped reciting. Then right after that, I lost the baby right away. So, but now Evan's really healthy. He's a very good boy. I got all my family member a Master plaque. My parents are extremely healthy. My nephew, who was flunking high school, surprisingly keep telling me that he's acing all his classes in college.
Wow.
So thank you, Master. Thank God
nice.
available.
Yeah, thank you for sharing it with us. Anyone else? Okay, very good. Time is running. We ran out of time. One final thing for today is here in the U.S. we have elections. This is not a political message. I know the Go Force people are shut. The Republicans are scared. Anyway, we have an election this Tuesday, so I hope you all go and vote. Okay, because it's important. We are basically the most powerful nation in the world. Okay, so what we do affects the whole world. So I cannot ignore this. Okay, I'm not political. I don't like politicians. I can't think of any politician right now who's running that I like. Whether it's here in California or whatever. Something about politicians that are icky to me. Okay, but the results will affect the entire world. So please go and vote. And I hope that what you learn from us is that you have to be careful about who you vote for. If I were to vote, which I don't, I don't vote anymore as a monk. But the monks and nuns are allowed to vote. They should feel free to do what they believe in. There's some civic duties there, and they should feel entitled to fulfill. There's no problems with me, but. Let me remind you, we are cultivators. We are together here cultivating because we want to harness the goodness in us and use it to benefit our family, our friends, our communities, and maybe if you're more ambitious, our country, our world. Okay? So it's about the goodness in people. So it's important for you that you should vote. I hope you vote for people with good morals, or at least the people who are not as immoral, okay, not as evil as the others. Okay, maybe it's about voting for the lesser evil. But this is very important because it not affects. We don't do things for economic reasons, for fame and profit. Okay, we do things in order to benefit others, and be careful. Whatever we do here politically can affect a lot of people in the world. Okay. If, for example, if I had a choice, I would get rid of these Democrats here in California, the politicians. They're messing our state. They're messing it up. There's nothing we can do. Okay, and so that's because after years of ignoring these problems and only planning for your own benefits, your own profits, I think sometimes the fundamentals are very important. Elect people who are good morally. If you elect people who are immoral, okay, they are very destructive. They are no good for us, no good for the world. Okay, so even though I'm not political, I feel compelled to remind you of that, because it's really what we do here, who we elect, makes a huge difference to the rest of the world. Okay, if we elect the right person, there will be less damaging and be less suffering to the rest of the world. Okay. All right, thank you for your attention, and good luck to all of you. Take a short break. Actually, we should go and do the lunch offering right away.